Hello from here. We are in Stanwell Tops, New South Wales, Australia, in between Sydney and Wollongong, and we are staying in a tiny home by Panorama Prefab. And one lovely thing about this tiny home is it has a deck with a nice covered roof on it, so we can still enjoy some outside time even though it has been raining here torrentially for days. One thing that has been awesome about this tiny is it's been very strong and sturdy in the winds and the rain. So let's get inside and take a look at what this tiny home has to offer. So first, walking into this tiny, walk right into the living room space, which can be utilized in several different ways. Right now this bed is drop down, so you can have a lower level sleeping area as well as the loft, which we'll look at later. But you can also fold this bed up, and there is space, plenty of space, for a much larger couch or a desk set up over there as well. And we can't actually lift this bed up at the moment because of a malfunction, but I will insert a picture of what it would look like if the bed was up right here. Here is the picture. So the way that it is set up right now, we actually really liked, because it was nice to be able to sleep down instead of getting up into the loft. But that does limit your space for couch, usable couch space and actual living room space. But it does still have a nice little dining room set here. You can also utilize this space for a little home office if you are also having the bed down. A nice place to work. And we didn't really use this couch as it is here, but I'm sure if you expanded this living room area and had a much bigger couch, that would be lovely. So coming over here, we start to enter the kitchen space, which has lots of shelving, which is good, because one of the cons we've noticed about this house is its extreme lack of pantry space. So there is a little cupboard here for maybe the kettle, the toaster, but otherwise you just kind of have open air storage, open air shelving, and just a tiny bit of storage above the induction cooktop, which again, I'm going to rave a bit about the induction cooktop. If you can have gas, induction is kind of the way to go for a tiny, I think, just because it heats up and cools down so quickly. This unit does come with a full oven, which is nice, a bit of storage underneath the sink here, and a really nice, big, deep sink, a nice an area to work when you're washing dishes. But as for prep space, that was another con I've noticed in the kitchen, is there's not a whole lot of prep space unless you utilize the step. So this is technically one of the steps to get up to the loft, but it can also be a prep space. Pots and pans, which is kind of nice in the kitchen to have pot and pan storage as a pull-out drawer, as like a deep pull-out drawer. I have noticed I've liked that in different kitchens I've lived in. And an actual surprisingly large refrigerator and freezer. So pretty full size, I'd say, especially for a tiny home. Also in the kitchen is a washer dryer combo unit, which is nice to have, and then we will make our way into the bathroom. So a pretty nice sized bath. Flushing toilet. I do believe you can get compost as well as an upcharge for this unit. And a decent sized sink for a tiny, I'd say, and a nice full-size shower, which is right next to the window, which is helpful for moisture. And now let's head up to the loft. And here I am in the loft. So this loft, as you can see, has a decent amount of headroom. You could sit up in bed and read a book, So that's kind of nice. It wasn't too difficult to get up here. This loft has probably about a double-sized bed here. It'd be cozy for 2 people, but I think you can make it work. Has quite a bit of shelving that you can utilize for clothing storage or bedding storage. Yeah, it's a cozy little place. Over here in the bedroom / living room area, however you have it set up, there are plenty of cabinets here for storage. Big ones up top here that you could put plenty of stuff in, as well as a bit of storage way up top you could use for like seasonal items and whatnot. Also, there is a little TV here that kind of pulls out from the wall where you can enjoy a show from either the bed or, if it's set up as a living room, from the couch. So, in conclusion, my favorite thing about the stay in this tiny was the amount of windows and doors that just let the nature in. We actually saw a live wallaby last night while eating dinner here at this table just out back. So that was pretty exciting. Tried to feed him a carrot, but he didn't want it. Least favorite thing about this tiny was probably the lack of prep space and just space in general in the kitchen. But yeah, other than that, we had a fantastic time. I'll put a link to more information about that builder in the description below. And if you're interested in staying in this specific unit, it's on Airbnb. It's about an hour's drive south of Sydney in Stanwell Tops. I'll also put a link in the description below to the Airbnb accommodation. Goodbye from here.